them next to me, I don't care.
All right.
Take your seats.
You ain't a bigger hammer.
And your tan, got the beard.
Okay, where are we? Academic affairs. Thank you. I call the Committee on Education Policy to order. We will take up the following items for approval. Action item 1A is the approval of minutes of the April 29th, 2024 meeting. I move the approval of action item 1A. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion, any questions? We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Abstain.
The matter is adopted. We will now adjust the policy calendar. Policy item 1B1 is a resolution to establish a Doctor of Education program in Higher Education Administration at Baruch College. I now call on Vice Chancellor and University Provost Wendy Hensel to provide further background on this information.
Thank you. Baruch College is capitalizing on its longstanding expertise in higher education administration to launch an online executive doctor of education in higher education administration and meet the evolving needs of the field. This fully online asynchronous program will attract diverse students globally, equipping them to lead mission-driven organizations. It will provide the next generation of higher education leaders with an affordable alternative to the private programs in the region, and the online format will allow students to pursue the degree without interrupting their careers. The existing number of faculty are sufficient to staff the program at launch, and startup personnel and other costs associated with the launch have been embedded in Baruch College's budget. The projected modest enrollment growth shows that the doctoral program will begin to generate revenue for Baruch within its first year of operation. Should the committee have any questions about this program, my esteemed colleague and Baruch College Provost, Linda Essig, is here to answer any questions.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B1A. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion or questions on this item? It sounds like a wonderful addition, and I do like the fact that it's going to start generating income in the first year.
Yep.
So, any other comments? Otherwise, we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That item is approved. Policy item 1B1B is a resolution to establish a master's program in early childhood education at the College of Staten Island. I call on all those titles, Provost
Just Wendy
Hensel,
is good. Wendy is fine.
to provide further background on this item.
Building on the college's existing BA program, CSI is introducing an online Master of Science in Education and an Advanced Certificate in Early Childhood Education to meet the growing demands for certified early childhood educators. The programs are designed to provide graduates with access to transformational educational opportunities that lead to careers and attain New York State early childhood education birth through grade 2 professional certification. The programs will provide students with knowledge and skills that will enable them to create productive learning environments for students in early childhood education settings and develop a deep understanding of and appreciation for and sensitivity to multiple cultural perspectives and culturally relevant pedagogies. The Master of Science in Education in Early Education and Advanced Certificate in Early Childhood Education will require no new faculty to be hired to create or teach in the program, and all equipment for the program and its faculty already exist and are maintained through the College of Staten Island. Should the committee have any questions about this, Provost Mike Stiper from the College of Staten Island is here to address them.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B1B. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have one question. Is the master's program and the advanced certificate program two separate programs, or is the advanced certificate part of the master's program?
Hi there, Mike Stiper. It is two separate.
They're two separate
Yes.
programs. So one can go for either the master's or the certificate, or both if they choose?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions, comments, et cetera? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, policy item 1B1B is adopted. Policy item 1B1C is a resolution to establish a program in Black, Race, and Ethnic Studies, leading to a Doctor of Philosophy and a Master of Arts degree at the Graduate School and the University Center. Again, I call on Provost Hensel.
The proposed 60-credit Doctor of Philosophy in Black, Race, and Ethnic Studies will train the next generation of academic leaders whose research will put them at the frontiers of knowledge creation and discovery in this important field. The proposed 30-credit Master of Arts will train the next generation of professionals whose expertise in this field will allow them to effectively serve their diverse and multi-ethnic constituencies in academic, private, public, and nonprofit settings, with an emphasis on multidisciplinary research, education, collaboration, social and racial justice. These programs will be the first of their kind in the New York metropolitan area and will expand the university's existing race and ethnic studies programs, as well as build on their strong record of contributions to this interdisciplinary field, while also developing vital multidisciplinary race and ethnic studies research, teaching, and training capacity. Established with $5 million in funding support from Mellon Foundation's Affirming Multivocal Humanities Initiative, the programs are projected to be fully financially self-sustaining in the first year and throughout all 5 years of the forecast horizon, and tuition revenue from the master's program will further help defray any other costs associated with the PhD program. Interim President of the Graduate Center, Josh Brumberg, is here to respond to any questions you may have.
I move the approval of item 1B1C. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, can we proceed to a vote? All those in favor, please indicate. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, the matter is approved. Policy item 1B1D is a resolution to establish a master's program in family nurse practitioner at the School of Professional Studies. Again, I ask Provost Hensel to weigh in on this.
Given rising healthcare costs and the prevalence of chronic disease, there is a significant nationwide shortage of family nurse practitioners to meet the growing demand for primary care services, especially in underserved areas. To help address this workforce need through affordable and flexible professional education, the School of Professional Studies is launching a 46-credit online Master of Science program in family nurse practitioner. SPS will build on its current infrastructure, as the proposed program will benefit from already established clinical placement practices and processes in place for the 3 existing graduate nursing programs. The proposed program presents no negative impact on CUNY SBS or its operations, takes advantage of existing program infrastructure, and has been designed for maximum scalability. Our esteemed colleague, Lisa Braverman, Dean of the School of Professional Studies, is available to respond to any questions the committee might have about this program.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B1D. Do I have a second? Are there any questions or comments about, no matter how many of these programs we create, we're not going to fulfill the need. I mean, it's just amazing. If there are no comments, we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, this matter is approved. Policy item 1B2A is a resolution to establish the Department of Black Studies at the City College of New York. Provost Hensel.
Originally created in 1969, the Black Studies Department at City College was replaced in 1996 by the Black Studies program. The program has 26 full-time affiliated faculty members from 17 departments and 14 different schools and divisions. There's been discussion with and agreement by the affiliated faculty members that the current program structure is no longer adequate to offer the full range of programming and course offerings needed for the City College students and the Harlem community, as well as the establishment of a distinct they believe the establishment of a distinct department would best meet those needs. In 2022, the Black Studies program faculty voted to become a department, and in April 2024, the CCNY Council of Liberal Arts and Sciences voted enthusiastically in support of the establishment of the Black Studies Department. This will allow City College to attract talented faculty and support those already pursuing innovative research, interdisciplinary work, and to offer a wide variety of courses exploring the vast experiences of peoples of the African continent and the global African diaspora. It will also foster relationships, collaboration, and cooperation with other departments to strengthen the study and teaching of the global diaspora in all areas of the City College curriculum, which will further attract and retain students. City College received a National Endowment for the Humanities grant of $500,000 in 2022 with the express purpose of staffing the Black Studies Department and to develop credit-bearing internships in the Harlem community. City College's Provost, Tony Liss, is here today and can address any questions you have.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B2A. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions? Seeing none, we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This matter is approved. Policy item 1B2B is a resolution to abolish the Department of World Languages and Cultures at Kingsborough Community College. Provost Hensel.
The Department of World Languages and Cultures at Kingsborough Community College has had departures of personnel and enrollment declines of 66% over the last 10 years. The department has 5 faculty and only 1 program concentration, liberal arts AA Spanish concentration, and otherwise serves the college by providing courses that have been approved as pathways requirements. Kingsborough has determined it can maximize available resources and continue to serve their students by closing the Department of World Languages and Cultures and transferring the remaining faculty to the Department of Communications and Performing Arts. This determination was reached in consultation with faculty from the Department of World Languages and Cultures and other departments, and by considering disciplinary and scholarly fit, faculty expertise, and the ability to contribute to the curriculum of the receiving department. KBCC's interim president, Suri Duch, is available to answer any questions you might have.
I move the approval of policy item 1B2B. Do I have a second? Any questions? Any? Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Kalb.
Thank you. Can Thank you. Just 2 questions. One, there will be no effect to the Spanish associate's degree by this change, correct?
That's correct. There'll be no.
Okay. And there will be no change to any course offerings. It's just a department reorganization.
That's right. There'll be no change to course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any other questions, discussion, comments? Thank you. Then we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This matter is approved. Where am I? Policy item 1B2C is a resolution to establish the Department of Community Health and Wellness at LaGuardia Community College. Provost.
Also professor. I'm both.
This is just the Wendy Hensel show, we know.
Today it seems so. After substantial consultation with relevant faculty, LaGuardia Community College has determined it can better serve its students and the community by housing the AS degrees in Human Services, Nutrition, and Culinary Management, Public and Community Health and Therapeutic Recreation programs, as well as the faculty who support them, in a new department to be named the Department of Community Health and Wellness. These non-clinical healthcare programs are currently housed in the Department of Health Sciences along with clinical programs, whose mission, student experience, and faculty focus greatly differ. The new department will provide the organizational structure to effectively support the various non-clinical healthcare programs, as well as their faculty members. The new department is intended to promote faculty collaboration, which will enhance instruction and curricular development, as well as provide for improved faculty scholarship, research, and development. Establishing this new department will neither impact degree programs nor courses offered by the college, nor affect the tenure of any faculty member. Contingent upon approval by the board, this new department will have 9 full-time faculty members and 1 college laboratory technician transferred to it. 3 lecturer lines, for which searches are currently in progress, will also be transferred. This proposal comes with the approval of the Department of Health Sciences and the LaGuardia Community College's governance body. President Ken Adams and Provost Billy Gastick Rosado are here to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B2C. Do I have a second? Any questions, any discussion? Seeing none, we will proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed, any abstentions? Seeing none, this matter is approved. Thank you. Policy item 1B2D is a resolution to close the Department of Philosophy and Religion and relocate programs to the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences at the School of Liberal Arts at Medgar Evers College. I again ask Provost Hensel to elucidate.
The Medgar Evers College School of Liberal Arts is constantly reevaluating its effectiveness as an academic unit, including assessing the viability of individual departments. In pursuit of effectiveness and efficiency, an evaluation was undertaken that resulted in the decision to close the Department of Philosophy and Religion. The Department of Philosophy and Religion offers philosophy and religious courses for the general education program and a baccalaureate degree in religious studies. The proposal to close the department includes relocating the sole full-time faculty member to the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences with no change in academic rank and teaching responsibility. The department's closure received a unanimous vote from the Executive Board of the College Council and from the College Council itself in March 2024. President Patricia Ramsey and Provost Antoinette Coleman from Medgar are here to answer any questions you might have.
I move the approval of policy item 1B2D. Do I have a second? Is there any discussion or any questions? Seeing none, we'll proceed to a vote. All in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This matter is approved. Policy item 1B2E is a resolution to establish the Department of English and World Languages at Medgar Evers College. The Chancellor's Office has been advised that the college would like to withdraw their submission of this reso until a later date, and accordingly the Chancellor's Office is requesting the resolution be laid over. I make a motion to lay over policy item 1B2E. See a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed, any abstention? This matter is laid over. Policy item 1B3A is a resolution to amend the Medgar Evers College Governance Plan, specifically Article 7, Section 3, Standing Committees. I have been advised the college has a typo in their governance plan, Section 3E4, and would like to add the word assistant before the second professor listed. I understand that Provost Hensel will further explain, so that item 4 will now read eligibility. Members must hold the professorial rank, professor, associate professor, or assistant professor, close paren. Provost Hensel, further background?
For 1B3A, right? Just making sure we're on the right line.
Yes, 1B.
1B3A, yes.
I got lost somewhere in there. In spring 2023, Medgar Evers College proposed 3 amendments to its governance plan to enhance effectiveness. 1, restoring the Committee on Academic Standards and Regulations. 2, amending the Committee on Governance Membership. And 3, establishing the General Education Committee. These amendments were approved by the Executive Board of the College Council in April and May 2023 and ratified by the College Council in September 2023. The President and Provost are here to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B3 with the addition of the word assistant to section 3E4 of the governance plan. Do I have a second? Any discussion or questions? Proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This matter is approved. Policy item 1B3B is a resolution to amend the Queensborough Community College Governance Plan. It is my understanding that Provost Hensel has discussed an amendment to the plan of the college, and they would like to present an amended plan. I ask Provost Hensel to provide further background on this item.
I don't think I think what you have is the amendment, right? So it's not an
We
amendment.
don't have the amendment. They do not, it was not, you can't change what was already published, so you have to present the amendment if you want to have the amended language.
And
That's what I was explaining.
do we have the language here?
I was told you had the amended language. There was a paragraph that was changed in the governance plan. that
I've
you
got it
guys
here.
wanted added,
Yes.
and you have it.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, it is
You will
here.
read it to us?
I will. Fortunately.
Just for the record, once a resolution is published, that is the official resolution.
Right.
You cannot make any changes just by swapping it in and out. The board has to
Understood.
amend the actual document, so that's,
Okay. Queensborough Community College faculty proposed 13 amendments to the governance plan to address operational challenges and ensure clarity and fairness. Changes including expanding academic senate membership, clarifying processes for nullifying senate actions and initiating agenda items, ensuring consistency in the academic review committee, and strengthening anti-discrimination policies. These changes also allow the college to be nimbler in organizing its governance body as the college's organizational structure evolves over time. I would like to point out that the college reworded Section E of the bylaws under Article 2, Faculty, as it appears on page 78 of the agenda, so that it will read more clearly. The revised wording will be reflected in the material for a full board meeting. I don't have the actual language beyond that. President Mangino is here and can, I'm not sure, answer that question, but can answer other questions that you may have.
Hold on a second.
let's see if it was provided. There was a lot of back and forth.
We're seeing if we can get the exact language.
Okay, that's the Mega Evers change. This is based on a conversation with John.
This is the language
Bersani.
we have now.
Yep. Share script. No, that's not coming up. Where is?
John, do you happen to have it?
Yeah, I'm looking at what I have in an email with Ken Norris and Laurel Hayes, and it's not finished. It says, I'll send this and then clean it up, so I don't have the
And I guess
final
it's not
version.
really done.
I haven't seen it.
There were some edits, but I don't know if they were the
So
final
why
edits.
don't they
Okay.
lay it over
Well,
until they?
we can either lay over the entire piece until September, or we can approve the other amendments and hold this one till September. Does anyone have a suggestion? Is there anybody from Queensborough who would like?
I'm here. Yep.
Oh, there you
Yeah, I think it's fine if you're willing to look at the rest of it and then hold that over and we'll
go. Okay.
represent that
So,
section.
first, what?
It takes a lot of action on the campus to have the bylaws changed, at least at the College of Staten Island. It might be more prudent to do the layover so that that doesn't have to happen at the campus level, since this is apparently a mistake in transferring of documents. So I would suggest laying it over till the next
All
one.
right.
Okay.
Make
So
the-
you say, I'm sorry, Henry, are you saying that the change is actually just a typo and it's not gonna go back to the campus? or what do
It
you-
didn't scan as a sentence, and there was extra punctuation, and I thought maybe it would be an easy fix. I think there's some missing words.
I hear a motion to lay this over.
Yes.
And I'm seconding your motion, John. So the motion is to lay this matter over. There's a second. Any discussion
When will this come up again?
at the September meeting?
That's satisfactory.
And we are looking for it right now, and we have a long agenda, so it may be that we can bring it to you
We'll lay it
before the
over
end.
without, sine die,
Without
as we
a-
say.
Exactly.
And if it comes back in time, we can still consider it. Otherwise, at the next available moment, whenever that may be.
Okay.
All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Opposed? Okay, this matter is laid over. Sine die. Oh, I wanted to say that. Policy item 1B4A is a resolution to approve a policy for use of a learning management system for online classes. Provost Hensel, please.
Delivery of synchronous and asynchronous online classes requires use of digital platforms and electronic transmission of confidential and personally identifiable information for instructional purposes. Policy 1.6 will mandate that all online courses be delivered through a learning management system, or LMS, that meets cybersecurity requirements and protects sensitive data. Use of an LMS also contributes materially to student success by establishing a consistent approach for accessing course materials and by limiting the technology that any student must master. CUNY currently supports 2 LMSs, Blackboard and D2L Brightspace. After CUNY's contract with Blackboard expires on December 19th, 2025, Brightspace will be the single university-supported LMS. recognizing that the need may arise for an LMS other than the university's LMS, where there are accreditation requirements or other compelling educational needs that cannot be served by the university-supported LMS. This policy allows for an alternative LMS to be used under specific conditions to meet educational needs without compromising security. This provision was added as a result of an extensive faculty governance review. If the committee has questions about this policy, Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Effectiveness, Kim Siegenthaler, and I would be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B4A. Is there a second? This is an important policy, so good to have. Is there any discussion, John?
Just a brief comment. I want to thank the provost and her office for considering the recommendations of the UFS in the final policy.
Any other discussion? Then we will proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This matter is approved. Policy item 1B4B is a resolution to amend the university policy regarding the Human Research Protections Program. Provost Hensel.
The federal regulations pertaining to research with human subjects were revised in 2019 such that annual continuing review by the Institution Review Board is no longer a requirement for some human subjects research. The University Office of Research consulted with the University Office of the Senior Vice Chancellor for Legal Affairs and General Counsel, the University Faculty Senate, and other university stakeholders to consider revisions to Policy 1.191 that align with the current federal requirements, ethical principles, and other relevant requirements for for human subjects research. Associate Vice Chancellor for Research, Rose Wesson, and University Executive Director of Research Integrity and Compliance, Linda Mules, are in attendance and can answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B4B. Is there a second? Any discussion or questions? Thank you. All those in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This matter is approved. Policy item 1B4C is a resolution to amend the university's academic integrity policy.
Since the last amendment to the university's academic integrity policy in 2022, generative artificial intelligence has begun to impact teaching and learning in fundamental ways at universities across the country. It is critical that students learn both to use and harness this new technology while at the same time avoiding its unauthorized use in the course of their studies. As such, our academic integrity policy needs to evolve to address the use of AI and provide guidance as to what is and is not prohibited. Deference is given to professors to use academic judgment within the context of each course and use, so long as this is communicated clearly to students. The University Faculty Senate proposed the initial revisions to the academic integrity policy, and the Office of Academic Affairs collaborated to create the final policy up for adoption today. If the committee has any questions about the proposed changes, Interim Senior University Dean for Graduate and Undergraduate Programs, Ann Lopes, and I would be happy to address them.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B4C. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Professor Rosado.
I'd just like to thank again the provost and her office for considering these suggestions by the UFS. I think they're very necessary as the teaching in higher ed evolves.
And I think we will continue to hear about this as AI evolves. We will have to evolve with it.
Yeah, and just on the student side and also on a soon-to-be adjunct professor side, I think this is a very useful policy that will help everyone, and I thank the administration for bringing it forward.
Yes, and particularly thanks to UFS for initiating it. Yes.
Thank you. So this is, we've moved it, we've seconded it. Proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? This item is approved. Policy item 1B4D is a resolution to amend the protocol for authorizing the release of official student transcripts. The law does require us to move along.
It does.
Provost Hensel, Professor Provost.
Doesn't matter. Just point, I will know you mean me. In October 2023, the U.S. Department of Education published Final Rule 34 CFR 668, which goes into effect on July 1st, 2024. This regulation restricts educational institutions receiving federal financial aid from withholding transcripts from students for academic terms in which such students received federal financial aid and paid off the balance for such academic term. In response to the new and expanded federal regulation, the university seeks to clarify and update its previous protocol and policy of not withholding students' official transcripts. That is, each school will eliminate any practice or protocol of withholding official student transcripts for any reason, including for purposes of student debt collection. Should the committee have any questions about this item, Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Management Renee Sarmiento and University Director of Financial Aid Elaine Pimental are here to answer your questions.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B4D. Do I have a second? There's a second. Any questions or any discussion? Yes, Trustee Palacio.
I wanted to clarify, this is removing the procedures and protocols for withholding, not just for students who are on financial aid,
Correct.
based on what you, okay.
Correct.
Because that wasn't clear to me
Yep.
on my first read. so
Withholding for any reason.
Great.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Are there any other questions? We'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed, any abstentions? This matter is approved.
Trustee, I have the language for the Queensboro whenever you want to revisit that.
Make a motion to take it off the table.
Is there a motion to take that item, which is item number
1B3B.
1B3B, off the table? Is there such a motion? There is second. All those in favor? Any opposed? It's off the table. I understand we may have an amendment to 1B3B.
So Section E of the bylaws, the faculty may adopt its own bylaws not inconsistent with this governance plan, and to fulfill its responsibilities to the faculty through its executive committee, shall have such authority not in violation of and consistent with this governance plan and the bylaws and policies of the CUNY Board of Trustees, and within the limits of the generally understood roles of faculty and institutions of higher learning. The faculty may amend its bylaws to provide for the staggering of terms for members of the executive committee.
Do I have a motion to amend the published proposal that we received by substituting this language? Is there a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? I'm sorry, John?
I just want to thank the retiring Ken Norris for sneaking in, gracefully managing this process.
We're so good. All those in favor of making the amendment? Any opposed? Any abstentions? The resolution as presented has been amended. Now, on the amended resolution, all those in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? It is approved. Thank you. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Policy items 1B5A through 1B5I, I think that's what we're up to,
Yep.
are resolutions requesting to award early tenure to 9 faculty members of the faculty across 3 campuses. Provost Hensel, will you go through the details on that?
In cases where campuses request early tenure to be awarded, it is because the exceptional level of productivity and scholarly recognition exceeds the expectations of faculty being considered for tenure and promotion. Hunter College recommends awarding early tenure to the following faculty: Danielle Burke from the Psychology Department, Wow Luis Rosando Lopez from the Music Department, Vincent Martinez from the Mathematics and Statistics Department, Anna Ortega-Williams from the Silverman School of Social Work, and Carolyn Sun from the Hunter Bellevue School of Nursing. Lehman College recommends awarding early tenure to the following faculty: Julio Gallego Delgado of the Department of Biological Sciences, Jennifer Jolly of the Department of Music, Multimedia, Theater, and Dance, and Eileen Markey of the Department of Journalism and Media Studies. And the CUNY Law School recommends early tenure to be awarded to Chamtali Hook. Representatives from the campuses are here today to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy items 1B5A through 1B5I. Do I have a second? Any discussion or questions? Seeing none, we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please so indicate.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That matter is approved. Those matters are approved. Policy item 1B6A through 1B6F are resolutions requesting appointment with immediate tenure for 6 faculty from 4 campuses. Provost Hensel, please.
The City University of New York is part of a national and international community of scholars and customarily recognizes the judgment of colleagues at other institutions with respect to faculty personnel matters and has an expectation of reciprocity. To attract renowned scholars in all disciplines to join the university faculty and advance the strategic agenda, there is an expectation that tenure will be awarded upon appointment. The colleges are seeking appointments with immediate tenure for the following accomplished scholars. From the College of Staten Island, Laxmi Ramasubramanian, my apologies if I said that wrong, who held tenure at Hunter College and at San Jose State University. She will be on leave from her faculty position while serving as Associate Provost for Faculty Success. From the Graduate Center, sociologist Jean Beeman, who was awarded tenure at UC Santa Barbara, and historian Caitlin Beach, who is tenured at Fordham University. From Hunter College, applied mathematician Indranil Sengupta, who was awarded tenure at the University of North Dakota and Florida International University, and widely respected artist Sarah Greenberg Rafferty, who is coming to CUNY with tenure from Pratt University. Lehman College is seeking immediate tenure in the Department of Management and Business Innovation for Jorge Silva Puras, former Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs at Universidad del Sagrado Corazon in Puerto Rico, and later Interim Dean of the CUNY School of Professional Studies. He will be on leave from his faculty position at Lehman while serving as Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Student Success. Representatives from these campuses are in attendance and can answer any questions you might have.
I move the approval of policy items 1B6A through 1B6F. Do I have a second? Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, vote. All those in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed, any abstentions? Those matters are approved. Policy items 1B7A through 1B7E are resolutions pertaining to the appointment of 5 CUNY distinguished professors. Provost Hensel.
Title of Distinguished Professor is the highest academic honor that CUNY offers its faculty. Distinguished professorships are reserved for faculty with records of exceptional performance by national and international standards of excellence in their profession. We are proud of our faculty who are groundbreaking researchers and trailblazing scholars dedicated to pushing the boundaries of knowledge and inspiring the next generation of leaders. This year, the Chancellor recommends to the Board of Trustees that the title of Distinguished Professor be conferred to the following faculty. From the College of Staten Island, Ashley Dawson as Distinguished Professor of English. From Lehman College, Timothy Alborn as Distinguished Professor of History, and Naomi Zak as Distinguished Professor of Philosophy. From Queens College, Kate Menken as Distinguished Professor of Linguistics and Communications Disorders. And Christian Grave as Distinguished Professor at the Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. Representatives from these campuses are here tonight and can answer questions from the committee about the nominations.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy items 1B7A through 1B7E. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions? We'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed, any abstention? These matters are approved. Policy item 1B8A is a resolution to approve the Faculty Personnel Matters Report of the Education Policy Committee. Provost Hensel.
The information contained in the Faculty Personnel Matters Report includes appointments and reappointments with tenure and fellowship leaves. The Faculty Personnel Matters Report of the Education Policy Committee being presented today was generated in summary format from faculty data entered by the campuses into CUNY First between March 22nd and April 26, 2024.
I move the approval of policy item 1B8A. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions? Seeing none, we will vote. All in favor, please so indicate. Any opposed, any abstentions? That matter is approved. Policy item 1B8B is a resolution requesting approval of the actions in the curriculum and academic policy dashboard report. Provost Hensel.
Routine academic matters, local academic policies, and course inclusions in the university's general education program are presented to the Committee on Education Policy in summary format generated from an online dashboard. Highlights from this month's dashboard include the classification of 12 new general education courses among colleges, giving students more options to study the physical science, mathematics, and the humanities, 34 program actions, and 1 revised undergraduate policy.
Thank you. I move the approval of policy item 1B8B. Do I have a second? Any discussion or questions? Let's proceed to a vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? That matter is approved. Policy item 1B9 is a resolution to decertify inactive centers and institutes. Provost Hensel, I like this part.
This action is carried out in agreement with the current Board of Trustees Policy 1.09, the policy guidelines on centers, institutes, consortia, and special initiatives that require such entities to be recertified every 5 years. In accordance with the policy, college leaders have identified centers and institutes that have become inactive or have merged with other entities, that no longer fully align with the strategic priorities of the home college, or lack a realistic path to financial self-sufficiency. The centers and institutes listed on the resolution will be removed from the inventories of the respective colleges. Should the committee have any questions, Interim Senior University Dean Ann Lopes is here to answer questions.
I move the approval of policy item 1B9. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That matter is approved. Policy item 1B10A through 1B10 triple I. One at a time, please. Are resolutions pertaining to the recertification of 61 centers and institutes across the university. Provost Hensel.
Deep breath, right? The proposed actions to authorize recertification of 61 of our centers and institutes from across 11 campuses were carried out in compliance with current Board of Trustees Policy 1.09, which requires such entities to be recertified every 5 years. In preparation for recertification, colleges and schools have been engaged in a thorough assessment and evaluation of all existing centers, institutes, and consortia, including any applicable governance approval. The Office of Academic Affairs has rigorously reviewed recertification requests that have been approved by the campuses, including reports on the specific centers or institutes' fiscal viability, governance, and continued value. In addition, OAA has affirmed that these entities support the core mission of the colleges and the university. And I just want to add here, the amount of work that went into this was extraordinary. So I'd really like to thank the team, my entire team who was engaged in this. The breakdown of entities for which the campuses recommend recertification is as follows. For Baruch College, 3 centers and 1 institute, including the Newman Real Estate Institute, the Center for Sustainable Energy at Bronx Community College. For Brooklyn College, 3 centers and 1 institute, including the Africana Research Center. 3 centers and 3 institutes at City College, including the Institute for Transportation Systems. For the College of Staten Island, 2 centers, including the Center for Environmental Science. 24 centers and institutes at the Graduate Center, including the Center for Urban Research. 3 centers and 1 institute at Hunter College, including the Food Policy Center. For John Jay College, 5 centers and 2 institutes, including the Institute for Justice and Opportunity. 2 centers and 4 institutes at Lehman College, including the Center for Human Rights and Peace Studies. The Barry Commoner Center for Health and the Environment at Queens College as well. And the Center for Urban Environmental Reform at the CUNY Law School. If you have any questions, there are many people in the room who can answer them.
I move the approval of policy items 1B10A through 1B10 triple I. There is a second. I will just note that many of these centers are being approved for a 5-year certification, but those that still depend to some extent on tax levy funds are only being approved for 3 years, with the expectation that over those 3 years they will be able to raise enough money and become financially independent without relying on tax levy funds. Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Wait, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Lisa had something to add.
I know EDC Hensel did this, but I feel it's important since the folks who worked on this are members of my team, and I just want to say thank you because the amount of time and effort it took for them, so I just wanted to publicly acknowledge how much work they put into this, so thank you.
And you'll be back in 5
Yes.
years with
Oh, yes, we
61
will.
more, right?
Or 3 years.
Okay. Okay, we'll proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Those matters are approved. Policy item 1B11A is a resolution to establish and certify the MWBE Advancement Center at LaGuardia Community College for a 3-year period. Provost Hensel.
LaGuardia Community College proposes to create a new center to provide specialized training and support to minority and women-owned business enterprises that seek to secure contracts and subcontracts for design and construction work related to publicly funded infrastructure and other public work projects in the New York City region. The proposal emerged from the CUNY Institute for State and Local Governance and has support from industry leaders, experts in MWBE assistants, and local elected officials. President Adams and Provost Gastick-Rosado are here today to answer any questions.
I move the approval of policy item 1B11A. Do I have a second? Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? The matter is approved. With no more policy items on the calendar, I now call on Executive Vice Chancellor, Provost, and Professor Wendy Hensel to address the information item on the agenda.
As explained during the introduction of the resolution to decertify select centers and institutes, campuses have been conducting a thorough inventory and evaluation of existing centers and institutes and have identified those which have become obsolete or absorbed by other entities. From that said, some are duly authorized by the Board of Trustees and require a vote to be decertified. However, there were also a number of entities historically referred to as a center or institute for which there is no record of Board of Trustee approval. At the March Education Policy Meeting, we presented an information item listing 25 entities with no record of board approval. Today's information item lists one additional entry to report, the Baruch College Survey Research Center. The college will remove this entity from its inventory and stop referring to it as a center. And that concludes my report.
With no more items on the agenda, I move to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Is there any opposition? Seeing none. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your attention.